Ah, yes, the beautiful, familiar sight of a paused screen. What's up, Bepsi? Chill out. That is the definition of the. Let me rephrase that. That is the word of the day for me too, my friend. My room is stuffy. I wanna play some NieR, but also while looking through my. What's up, Jim Bowser? Long time no see, friend. While looking through my total of PlayStation 3 games, right? PS3 games, going back, I found a copy of Metal Gear Solid 4. I do not remember owning this game. What's a Big Papa protagonist gonna do today? Save the world. Well, actually, if you compare the plot of this game to NieR Automata, destroy the world. Ruin any semblance of humanity ever coming back. What I'm saying is, the end of the world is probably this guy's fault that we're playing as. That's the moral of this game's story.
Let's visit the area. They've got shades there.
Indeed. And we may just find a sealed verse besides.
Also, there's an audio glitch going on. I don't think this is supposed to. These tunes are supposed to overlap with each other. Oh, that guy's toast. Okay, that was not a graceful fall. I will spare their lives as a result of my own embarrassment. Although I really feel like I'm forgetting some side quests in the game. I'm not gonna bother with too many. I'm gonna speedrun the main plot, with the exception of a few noteworthy side quests that I feel like you can't, as a decent human, skip and feel good about yourself. I couldn't do it. It can be a meme. It might as well be a meme. You missed, loser. See that sheep just trying to end my life like that? Minding my own business, rolling through the plains like I'm Link. The sheep's like, I'm gonna ruin this guy's day. But he made a mistake. See, I'm as graceful as a swan. I'm not sure if those two are really associated with elegance and grace. Maybe elegance, but not grace. I've never seen a nimble swan, but you know what? That's the phrase and I'm sticking to it. What the?
What are you doing here?
Thought you could use a hand.
You came to help me?
Yes, and I do believe that a heartfelt thank you is in order.
You know what? The more I think about what a remake could change about this game, I could see this whole instance right here just being a big cutscene. Because you just kind of walk into it and they're just there, like, hey, we're attacking the village. A little dialogue, you know? Bullets are already flying. They're already fighting by the time you get here.
What could have caused these shades to appear in such force?
I don't know. But they're all over the village, too.
Let's go.
Which I actually think is pretty cool. I hope they don't change that. Yeah, this is the one that's getting the remake. And the more I read up about like different things people talking about in magazines about it, the more excited I get. Because I think it's a game that was really good, but a lot of people were put off by the way it controls. So giving it the fluid movement of a NieR Automata would probably be what this game needs. Because it's already got the characters, it's got a... I mean, the universe could use a little bit of touching up too. I think there are only maybe 3 major villages in the game that you go to, this being one of them. Unfortunately, no. And that's the biggest crime. I've been campaigning for that for the longest time. Like, come on, guys. At least port this game to modern consoles. It doesn't have to be an update remaster. Just make it a PS3 X/Xbox original. Bring it to PC. But nope, it's only on last-gen consoles. I didn't even know until a friend of mine picked it up that it had a really rare limited release on the Xbox 360. I thought the only way to get this game in the West was on the PS3. Must smash his fingers.
Rot in hell, asshole.
Did you just say what I think you said?
Also hope they don't censor Kaine. I doubt they will though.
I'll tear your eyes out and piss in your sockets.
What's up, Nyoku? Long time no see, friend.
Such a thing. Kaine struggles. You must hurry.
Kaine's not struggling. she's practically invincible. They're Soini now. You know, you're absolutely right though. I think the remake would probably fare better on the Xbox and PC than on Sony's console. They would censor the shit out of Kaine. Just keep her language intact. That's a part of her character. She's supposed to have a foul mouth.
I'll take care of the boss. You worry about the rest.
Oh man. I'm glad I'm not alone in that regard, Nyoku. Let me tell you, I've been in a bit of a rut recently. I don't know if you guys have noticed the lack of uploads. I've been focusing really heavily on scripting. Taking some time and reading an old book from my college classes for scripting and storyboarding. I have no artistic talent whatsoever, so storyboarding's out the window, but I've been scripting and trying to make a short film entirely in Mabinogi. That's been my my project these past few days. A lot of good ideas, but I've been becoming increasingly nervous about the execution aspect of it. So in the future, I'm probably gonna try doing a few live streams that it's just gonna be as a means to recruit enough people to be in one spot to make these scenes happen. The first big challenge scene that I want to do is a protest in Bangor. So I need to get like a large amount of people to pretend to be minors. It's for a stupid joke, but it's really important. I'm going the wrong way. The boss is over there. Boss. That's awkward. Don't mind me, I'm just the protagonist going the wrong way. And Kaine's already over there. I can see the blood flying through the air. I wonder if I wait long enough, will she just auto-kill the boss by default? Your character's technically a minor. You know, that just kind of brings the heart, or like a conversation I once had in Mabinogi about why I would hate to live in that universe as an NPC, even if I'm not like one of the Malaysians, right, that have the power to just be reborn as different characters and change my face and gender at will and be immortal. Even if I was a regular person, right, I would be absolutely paranoid. I would be absolutely paranoid that the fact that something exists in mass in our universe that can change their age, face, and gender at will and can never die. If they decided that they wanted to be a bad guy, there's nothing stopping them.
Get out, you let these shades here. We don't want you. Just leave us in peace.
Not the friendliest town in the world.
I'm not wrong, right? Wouldn't you have that same fear? Like, dude, I don't know if I can trust you. Like, okay, being one, sure, that's fine. Although I'm gonna be completely honest.
Don't defend me.
Actually, I'll reserve that thought for a later
Care
date.
what these people say about you?
No, screw 'em.
Is that a tank it's holding?
Is it filled with monsters?
You know,
Friend is a dangerous thing.
this should have been a telltale sign of things to come in this village, if I'm being completely honest. This monster shaking that hut and dropping shades out of it. Big hint. Big hint went over my head. Has anyone else beat this game? Are you familiar with the story of this game? Hold on, I need to use an item and heal myself. It's pretty terrifying when you put it into words out loud. I don't know, it's all other than like the first. Okay, I see. Well, the abridged version is, if you played NieR Automata, right, and know what's going on in that universe, the downfall of humanity in that universe is basically it can be all put at fault to the main character of this game. It's his fault. It's a bit of a gray area whether or not you're right or wrong in your actions, and I think this game kind of goes out of its way to teach you that everybody is technically wrong. I don't know. You'll see. I will play through it. You'll see what I mean. And that's my vague description without spoiling anything. When this game's over, make a video telling the story. I'd be the worst person to tell the story, but if you're gonna hear it, I could take a crack at it.
Damn it. Stop running.
I got this. Get up there and wait for him.
Okay, watch yourself.
Oh man, there's a YouTuber I really like that did a really good job thumbing up every little detail about NieR. I think their name is Klimps. Really amusing watch. I could never top that. I feel like that is the definitive NieR lore video, but I could try. I even like his little bits with the pods. You know, the fact that I'm breezing this part of the game depresses me. Because if I'm being honest, this was a part of the game that I was stuck on for a while back in the day. During those late night sessions in my bedroom. You know, when I put it that way, it's really no different than today, actually. So let's just axe that back in the day bit. I'm actually going to die while I'm talking about that. I am actually dying right now. Never mind. Luckily, I have a bunch of these herbs that I can shove down my mouth to stay alive because of video game logic. Why does the boss have a bunch of dudes? You know, having played the game Dante's Inferno, I can safely say that the appearance of this boss is a lot less traumatizing. Pulling Bing Bong. Why did you say Bing Bong in the chat? Is there a joke that I'm missing? Also true.
This ends now, asshole.
Why are you guys saying Bing Bong out of context in the chat?
Join her.
Right.
I don't get the joke. I don't understand. I'm just ringing your doorbell. Why does my doorbell go bing bong instead of ding dong? In the PlayStation version, Kaine doesn't exist. Either that or she is a completely gender neutral character with no discernible features. Because, as we know, female characters having any semblance of cleavage is bad in the United States of America. If they're in a video game, if they're in a TV show or movie, it's a-okay. But video games, no, they're just for children. So they and boobs are bad for kids.
It can escape us no longer.
You just wanted to make me say ding dong. You suck. I hate you. Okay, hold on.
I think you'll be a handy person to have around.
All right, hold on. That isn't. I'm gonna stop slashing his hands. I'm just gonna throw stuff at his face. His weird ball sack chin. I will chop your fingers. You disgusting creature. Hold on. Let me alter my abilities. I don't think I need Dark Lance, right? I'm pretty sure I can just use... Oh, I have a bunch of moves I forgot about. I have Dark Gluttony. That won't help me here. Let's use Eldritch Blast. Yeah, that's intimidating. Oh! I didn't see that. That's important. I wasted it. Cast Fist. Yes. The only magical spell to make it into our modern times. The ancient art of casting Fist. When in doubt, just try punching it. It'll solve all your problems. I don't even know what Kaine's attacking back there. Okay, she's doing something. It's over. Was his breath that bad?
Hi, NieR. It's me, Grandma. Oh, how you've grown.
Kaine, what's wrong?
Oh, it gladdens my heart to finally see you again.
Grandma?
Come, Kaine. Come to your grandma's side. You have been lonely for so long. So much pain, so much despair. Why go on living anymore, Kaine?
Is that it?
Hmm?
Are you done talking?
Kaine, don't speak to your grandma like that.
You're going to stop talking now. And then I'm going to walk over to you and very carefully extend my hand, reach into your chest, and pull out your fucking heart!
I love this character. Also, you know, there is a small part of me that does think that. I mean, just remember, there's a large part of our history as humans that's just lost, right? It doesn't. It's a blank spot in our timeline of history. It could have been anything, and I just died. I just died. I am not alive. I hope I don't have to repeat half of that boss fight. Please, start me after the creepy grandma speech from the monster mimicking her voice.
My grandmother would never say that. She'd never tell me to give up on life. Never. I've spent my entire life searching for a way to avenge her.
Jesus Christ. Have mercy. God damn. Give me a fighting chance.
grandmother would never say that. She'd never
Tell
told me
him,
about
guys.
mine. Never. I've spent my entire life searching.
I'm just gonna get out of the way.
She gave me the strength to deal with this goddamn mutant body. Do you know how long I've been like this? How much I loathe myself?
This is gonna be an interesting boss fight. Get out of the way. That is a good strategy. Let me just
grandmother would never say that. She'd never tell me to give up.
do it again.
Never. I've spent my entire life searching for a way to avenge her death. She gave me
I also really like this song.
goddamn mutant body.
Like, this is one of those songs where even if you hear it out of context, right,
How much I
you'd
loathe
probably still
myself.
feel some sort of emotion from it. Also, Kaine even, she's dead. She's dead. Although for plot purposes, she's just unconscious. If even the NPC can't do the boss fight, you know it's not fair. Why did I use Guard Blast? What was I thinking? Oh god!
Mounting a last desperate offensive,
That attack's bad news.
I punched nothing, but it still made an impact. A miss has never been more satisfying. Okay, I wasted this move. Get out of here. Okay, where is this little... I'm actually stuck on its hand when it does that. It's got plot armor. Okay, time to cast fists. That's not fist. I hit the wrong button.
how can the beast still stand?
I was using blast when I meant to. No, no. Okay. I have more herbs. She'll be okay. She's invincible, unlike me. You know what? I have an idea. Now I can use Dark Gluttony. That was the other thing I kind of liked about this game a little better than Automata. I felt like the spell moves were a little more, that's not good. That's okay. I have a strategy now. Never order KFC mashed potatoes.
My grandmother would never say that.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
Never. I've spent my entire life searching for a way to avenge her death.
Is that move just a one-hitter quitter?
To deal with this goddamn mutant body. Do you know how long I've been like this? How much I loathe myself?
Get that big damage. Big damage. I gotta build up my magic. Oh, nope, let me just move. Hit me with that.
Mounting a last desperate offensive.
That
You know, I've never understood the physics behind the double jump. Every video game has it as a feature mostly, if it has any form of platforming. But it doesn't make sense. I can jump off the air. Now it's time to cast fists. But when you put it that way. That's messed up.
Kaine!
I think she intends to perish where she lies. And in truth, perhaps death is the greatest comfort we can offer her.
It's not your decision. You don't get to decide who lives and who dies. She's a life, with meaning and worth. We're gonna save her.
I hope I'm not running the wrong way again during this highly dramatic scene.
Even Kaine. Even you.
That'd be very awkward.
Perhaps you should save your pretty words for her instead of wasting them on me.
That extra momentum is all you need. I think we've all tried to do a real life double jump at least once in our lives. It's okay, you can admit it.
Grandma, can I rest now? I'm so tired.
Kaine! Over here!
That's not my grandma.
Don't give up! You're stronger than that! Don't you dare give up now!
This woman is more trouble than she's worth.
That's it. Come on!
You still try to double jump.
You're going to live, Kaine.
Me? Live? What for?
What?
I had my revenge. Now it's over.
Oh, now see here. This is rich.
Vice!
We help you in some mad quest for vengeance, and now you think to bid us adieu. How can a fighter so skilled be cursed with such a thick head? A true warrior would fight. They would give all in the service of their friends.
Friends?
Yes! You and I are friends now!
See here, that was hardly the point.
You can do anything if you truly believe in yourself. Even double jump.
Come fight with us.
Fool, you can't just invite her along. There are many issues that must be carefully weighed and considered. For example, how will she possibly affect our overall abilities?
Cram it, book.
Book? How dare you! I am Grimoire Vice, wielder of arcane.
Vice, then.
Do not abbreviate my name.
You're an ass, but you're also right. I need to live for something besides revenge.
Then you'll join us?
My swords need a true home. But you'll do.
You got some badass weapons. Oh, it is? Is it any good? Have you tried it yet? That was on my radar too. Black Scrawl got your kid, huh? I forgot I named my character Toaster. That is a really awkward thing to name yourself, but it's the apocalypse, so who cares? I'm not sure if this will help, but I know a guy who has the same disease. He's a king, actually. Kingdom has been working on a cure for a while. We're going to Facade. Better than... We're not going to talk about that. That name doesn't exist. We've established that that name does not exist. If ever there was a time I wish mass name flagging was still a thing on Xbox, it's these days. Whenever I join a game session on Xbox using the app, I can feel a wave of silent judgment before somebody says a word to me. The place is called Facade. It's deep within the desert. Any chance is better than no chance at all. I say we try it. It's only an hour? Oh, I thought we were in a cutscene. She's just waiting for me to walk. Alright, let's get out of here. Honestly, kinda, you're not missing much in this village. I wouldn't want to live here. It doesn't really seem very structurally sound. And I'm fairly certain, much like with the floating city in BioShock 3, it probably has an unusually high rate of murder, since you could just shove somebody off the edge of the cliff and there's no way they could find the body. You can commit the perfect crime in these types of societies. That's why I don't want to live in them. If it's good, I'll pick that game up. I mean, it's free, so I guess you got nothing to lose in that regard. It's like a Nexon maintenance. That game baffles me because I thought that it was by the same people who made Splatoon, but it's not. It's an entirely different group. So they're just emulating their game design, their graphics, their aesthetic. They just jacked it like, hey, that worked. Let's do that too. They just said, oh, mine now. Can I kill this boar?
I think that's a wild boar.
Have you the skill to hunt one of those down?
I regret it.
They're pretty angry bastards.
I had a strategy for killing this boar though. It's a simple one. Okay, alright, times have clearly changed since then. Let's say you do that again.
How can a stupid pig be so strong? It doesn't make sense.
Alright, now it's time to do what I do best and load up Dark Blast. This backfired. This really backfired. I'm better off of Dark Lance. There was this Cuphead-like game from last year that people destroyed for copying its art style. My strategy doesn't work on what I don't understand. Play it right. Oof! Oof! Gonna charge. Charge to this rock. Or just kill Kaina, it's cool. This is called evolving your strategy. Get a lot of money for this side quest. I don't think I'm putting a dent in this boar's health, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, yeah, I'm out of here. Not worth it. Not right now. It's still chasing me too, which is, it's great. I can do that. Give me this. The board get good before you. It got good before I could. Now, there was another side quest I had. Let's see. The uncompletable quest. Incomplete quests. This is the only one that matters, and maybe this one. In terms of side quests, that I feel like it's worth doing. And I just need some wheat. I gotta find that somewhere out here. How did I get boar tusks from this thing? Now, one thing I did learn from watching my friends play this game is it actually is important to come out into the field and kill enemies en masse, because your level makes a big difference for the boss fights to come, which is something in this game that I have easily ignored, because it doesn't feel like one of those games where your level matters. I really didn't treat it like an RPG in that aspect. Yo, get out of here. That's not weak. I guess I find that around the village. I don't remember. Oh, you did the same thing with Rune Factory. Yo, that's playing. That's the true JRPG way. Play a game, somehow survive your way through the entire thing until you get to the final boss. Realize you're severely underleveled and have to start all over again. In the game Lost Odyssey, I managed to get to the very end of the game at a level. I looked at the guides and I was so horribly underleveled that it made no sense to even make it past the enemy encounters, let alone get to the final boss. But I did it by abusing the system, because the characters that are immortal revive themselves after like 4 turns. I had so many healing items, I just keep mass reviving my teammates when they die and wait for the immortal to get back up on their own. She doesn't want to go in the village because she's scared of being rejected. Which is an understandable fear given the way she was treated in the other village. You guys are way more efficient than me when it comes to those games, because I hate level grinding. I'm sure you guys know this. You've seen me play Persona. I am a purely story-driven individual who has too much pride to put the game on the easiest mode. Which, there's no shame in playing a game for the plot and just dumbing down everything else. But I can't do that. I can't morally do that. I don't know why. It's just, well, I just can't do it. But at the same time, I don't like level grinding. I'm trying to find this wheat. I don't remember where it's at. I mean, you mean to tell me in this just bustling village full of farmers and people selling stuff, nobody's got wheat? want to avoid that thing. It's destroying wildlife. It's killing random goats. They're just minding their own business. Does it see me? I don't think it does. I think I find wheat over here somewhere. See something shiny under this tree? No, I don't. There's nothing shiny under this tree. I'm going back. Swing by Tyr. Where is Tyr Chanel when you need it? Maybe it's next to this mansion that becomes increasingly more gray and depressing as you get closer to it. Yeah, you show that spider who's boss. I still like how this happens. Like all the color just leaves, except for the trees. As you approach this hillside, don't touch me, don't touch me. Oh, I just barely. We'll chalk it up to luck. I don't think I'll let Fergus repair any of these weapons. I need much wheat. What are you doing over here? Alright, you know what? I think I remember where wheat is. It actually is in the other field. I had a bit of an epiphany, a flashback. I was stuck on this side quest, very same quest, years ago. And a guide told me you find it in grass patches out in the other field. Not this field. Did I ever finish the game with the eat yeet? No. In the process of moving, I misplaced a crucial cord that went to my Xbox 360, which put a big damper on any progress in the game Blue Dragon. But now I have that cord again. I found it, or I found a suitable replacement cord for it, so I can continue doing that again. If that's something you're interested in seeing. I don't know where I left off in Blue Dragon, come to think of it. We're probably near the end. Yeah. Nah, it's all coming back to me now. You're right. That stupid mini game. That ridiculous mini game. I also remember a very low-level enemy almost ruining everything for me. It just about gave me a heart attack. And if I had died to that enemy, if I had lost all my levels and my progress because of that one enemy getting about 1,000,000 turns, I would have quit the game right then and there. I would have did a video where I take the game Blue Dragon, a game that is hard to find, a very rare game now probably, and just destroy it with a sledgehammer. I would be done with the game. That's not wheat. That's not wheat. I think one of the shops just sells wheat. You can just buy it. I'm not too keen on sparkle hunting. There's a little shimmering. It should not be this hard to find. It's just wheat. You think you'd enjoy this game? I like this game's soundtrack, and I appreciate what it did. It tried to do. There is one segment of this game that I know for a fact they're going to change in the remake. Because it was probably the one part of the game that either made you quit or to stick with it for the long haul. And it's the Forest of Memories. I'm not going to say why. If you have a PS3 or an Xbox 360, I definitely think you should get this game. But that was the turning point for some people. That's where they decided this isn't the game for me, or I appreciate what this game tried to do. Fishing. No. You know, I would say fishing is where people drew the line, but the game kind of gives you a pity pass if you can't catch the fish. Although, I think it was you that said that. Isn't there, I guess there's some in-game weapon that you can only acquire by fishing. I'll just go through the game without it. I despise fishing in this game. It is the worst. I'm just looking for wheat. All I'm finding is death and despair out here. I'm gonna check the village. Maybe you can buy wheat. Or maybe I'll just die in the field. It's fine. That's cool. That seems like a maze dungeon type thing. Ah, an in-game weapon material. Okay. Out of my way, Kaine. Yeah, I think that's what you said last time. But to be fair, is there really a definitive good weapon in this game? Like, I could be wrong. Be very wrong. If I find wheat right here, I'm gonna be really mad. I can't believe. Oh, I found one of the eggs. Find wheat. All I want. Trying to be a good dad in this game. You there? Do you sell wheat? No, I have not hunted down the boar. I did? You just started playing this game like 2 weeks ago. I keep seeing things that connect to NieR Automata. There's so many references. There are so many. It's crazy, isn't it? Apparently, me attacking that boar was enough to count as killing the boar. You know what? Maybe it was that tusk I got from that random in. That doesn't make any sense. I just cheated a quest. That's fine though. I'll take it. You guys saw I definitely did not kill that boar, unless it just randomly died. I thought one of you people were shopkeepers that sold something.
How are things?
Things are good. I need to buy something. Oh, you just sell log and berries. Not logs, just log. Ah, that's not gonna do it. You can't help me here, man. I just want to feed my daughter. And you don't have any wheat. You heathens. Well, to catch up on the chat here. Maybe the boar got into a fight with the shadow that one shot you near the midge. I believe it upgrades the Phoenix Spear, which is, I've heard, is arguably one of the best weapons, but it's not necessarily, unless you want to 100% the game. Oh, it's not necessary unless you want 100%. Okay, I see. Maybe it's somewhere in the village. No. I just keep finding medical herbs. If I advance supply any further, I'm gonna time out that quest. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna feel guilty. I'm looking for wheat. Just a little patch of wheat. Is it by trees? So Glitchable, what do you think of this game so far? In terms of the plot. I'm not gonna find any weed up here. What am I doing? I'm gonna check outside one more time. If I can't find it, I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that I'm gonna have to be a bad father in this game's story. And save it for the second run, because to see all there is to see in true Yoko Taro fashion, you're gonna have to beat the game 2 times. Maybe 3. But we're only doing 2. Not in this single stream, mind you. What the? Alright, well, let's go for a ride, boy. Well, that was fun. I look forward to never doing that again. How do you steer this thing? Come on. I've murdered the boar, therefore it is just it's become tamed. Its cousin. That was a complete and total miss. Pick up this murky wheat. Eat it. It's just, I'm finding so many medical herbs just ridiculous. What's the quick one for? I know there's a quick button to use healing items, so what is it? Oh well, let's do it this way. Is there any areas where wheat could be? I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was out here. Like you had to search sparkly patches of grass. But I might just look it up real quick. For sake of time. Let me just... You get back. Yeah, you better run. Coward. Hold on one second, guys. Get some cool be right back music. I'm gonna look this up. When I'm looking for some pancakes, when I'm looking for some chicken wings, when I'm looking for a place to kick it back with some snacks and make some memes, there's a place you can go to. There's a place that's really clean. So clean. I'm talking about the combination IHOP and Applebee's. Yo, I know a place you can check it out in Detroit where the staff's always getting down. Fat stacks of pancakes and chicken. Been here so long, you think I've gone missing? I've been waiting on my order for 3 days. I've gone crazy. Put the ham in the pan, cook, you're so lazy. Now the party's getting rowdy, people striking like vipers. Some dude is punching the wall, police are bringing the snipers. We're here for you. Really? Please don't be rude. Enjoy your food. I don't have any food yet. At the combination Applebee's and IHOP, anything and everything could go wrong. I see that now. At the combination Applebee's and IHOP, hey, don't act surprised if someone hits a wall. That guy is punching the wall. Here we strive to be the best. When you're looking for some pancakes, when you're looking for some chicken wings, when you're looking for a place to kick it back with some snacks and make some memes, there's a place you can go to. There's a place that's really clean. At the combination IHOP and Applebee's in the Courtyard Marriott in Detroit. At the combination Applebee's and IHOP, anything and everything can go wrong. At the combination Applebee's and IHOP,
Don't act surprised if someone hits a wall.
Yo, this is bogus. I gotta plant wheat. It said I can buy it from my local grocer. What's that? Don't even get a reward for this quest. It's just one of those moral things that they throw in the game to mess with you psychologically. We're going for the bad ending. Screw this. Maybe so. I want to make a live action music video to that song so bad. And right when we were getting ready to like collaborate on that idea, we got a pandemic on our hands, so we can't do it. Says you can find it in the village or plant it. Where do you plant wheat? Ah, well, I tried. You guys saw, I tried to be a good dad. But the game decided that I need medical herbs more, which isn't wrong. Oh, next to my house. Okay, then here's what I'll do. I will just buy the seeds from a person over here that sells them. According to the Wikipedia.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I found an egg. Sell me some wheat.
Hey.
Mushroom, mutton, wool, venison. The fact that he sold venison bothers me, but it's okay. Did I pass it? Pumpkin seed. Golden ore, silver, copper ore. Oh, wait. I'm looking and sell. This is my stuff. What are you selling? I like how you guys just let me look through that too. Nobody said, hey, you're looking at your stuff. Like, man, you want too much money for this. You there, ma'am? You don't sell anything. You there, sir? You don't sell anything.
How are things?
The way he says how are things bothers me. The lady that sells herb stuff? Is it her?
Hey, listen.
Do you often get asked to handle such inane shopping trips?
I don't think these trips are inane. I'm a father in a dying world. I'll take whatever job I can get. Everyone has it tough around here, so I've no right to complain.
Let's make an ad for the herb
Give me a lot of
family.
work and I'm grateful.
I see. Well then, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Yes. I need wheat seedlings. I'll grow them myself. The earth doth choose not to bear the wheat that I need to make a horrible dish. Well, I will make it do so by force. Heard of agriculture. This is agroculture. I'm angry. Farm. A farm! This is... There must be some mistake. There's no farm there. I'm worried about you. You spend all your energy focusing on my disease. Whenever I think about how upset you are, it makes me kind of sad. I wish you'd slow down a little and not worry about me. Because seeing you in pain, way worse than this stupid black scrawl. I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth. I guess I'm not far enough to have the farm yet. How does this game expect me to find wheat if there's no wheat? I give up. We're going to the village. In the desert. Maybe by the time I get back, I'll have... Wait, let me check here. I doubt it's here, but I'll check anyway. Medical herb. Psychic. And I said that before it even popped up. Oh my god. It's okay. We'll do that on the second playthrough. Maybe it'll have no bearing on the let the lizard go. Maybe it'll have no bearing on the ending I get here. Besides, we can all agree the second playthrough is more special anyways. The tank main culture, aggro culture. It does. What? This food has bearing on the truest of true endings? Give me this lizard tail. I need a bunch of them. And rat tails. I feel like it's one of those quests that's just kind of thrown in there to make you care more about your daughter. It's clever. Because you get no reward for it. I fully believed you.
So what's facade like?
It's strange. Let's just leave it at that.
Stranger than a boorish young woman.
I'll be honest though.
Monsters in her undergarments.
This is one of those games that made me cry more times than I want to admit. What is this? A fountain? Where's the Kazekage? I demand to speak to him. I never understood these. Yeah. Okay. Huh? Right way. It appears to be out of service. Random poison scorpion just jumping out of the ground, ruining my day.
They are closely related in form and
How did I do that?
structure to other arachnids.
Oh, I sit up. I don't want Dark Land. I need Dark Blast.
Wolves! Look out!
Okay. It's fine. I wonder how they're gonna change the desert area. Realistically, they could probably just reuse the entire desert map from NieR Automata. This thing's bullying me and I don't appreciate it.
Wait, they're leaving.
That one appears to be the pack leader.
Alright, thanks. Thanks for not beating me up. Just drag it back. That's what I was thinking of doing, but he won't let me. He won't let me grab it. Even has a nice little convenient handle for pulling. Unless that's the that could be a later stage. Cast fist on it. Also, I saw that clan ad comment. Now, I don't fully understand why the scene's so sad, but I had it spoiled for me because someone sent me the video clip with malicious intent. What manner of place is this? Like a graveyard. The headstones seem to be lacking names. Also, why do they shine as if they were carved from the rock just yesterday? I'll have to explore those later. I never spent much time in the desert in this game. It was my least favorite area. But only because of scorpions. And the fact that I was really bad at fighting wolves. I still said scorpion, what jumped out the ground at me? You guys saw that. It tried to take my life.
The gate's closed shut.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting in very easily.
Now see here.
You know these guys, Kaine?
No, it's not that.
No, we cannot use the floating book as toilet paper. It's coarse and rough. An anime that really got me was Steins Gate. And then by extension, Steins Gate 0. Like, every clip I've seen from that anime had me believe it was this happy-go-lucky, weird, quirky adventure of a guy who was a delusional scientist.
One of their kids from a pack of wolves.
Biggest bait and switch I've ever had.
This town's welcomed me with open arms. It's gotta be a pretty screwed up place if they let me in, huh? Anyway, I don't know the language or anything, so don't get too excited.
I'd say the second most interesting bait and switch I've ever experienced in an anime would be School Live. Normally, slice of lives like that aren't my cup of tea, right? Like, I'm not usually a fan of it. Oh, you were just typing it, yeah. But School Live, the anime, because I even read most of the manga, right? And I feel like they both do things really well. But the anime had the most unnerving transition from delusion to reality that was beautifully what's the word for portrayed via the sound of a song playing over a record. It just gradually got really dark and grotesque as reality set in. I thought that was brilliant.
The language they use here is pretty crazy.
What about School Days? I don't like School Days. I don't know why.
So good luck with
I don't know why I don't like School Days, but I don't like school. I feel like it's one of those stories where because you hate everybody, it was a nice slice of life love story, yeah. This village was always really cool to me, but also incredibly irritating.
I'd wager that huge structure is the king's manor.
I think I've died more times trying to get to the king's lair than actually fighting a boss.
With willpower and smarts, my good man.
emphasis on the slice. Isn't that the anime that gave birth to the meme Nice Boat for some reason? Because of the photorealistic boat in the end credits?
Hey. I can't understand a thing these people are saying.
They speak a language I have never before encountered.
You sweet summer child.
Maybe I should have studied languages when I was a kid.
You could speak 1,000 tongues and still fail if you lack knowledge of another's culture.
It is right.
Oh, that's the sand. I'm not falling into the sand water again.
Come on, guys. Help me out here.
I am a brilliant book of unspeakable value, not some dog-eared travel guide.
Am I supposed to go over here?
All these stairs. They couldn't have made this more needlessly complicated if they tried.
Huh, stairs.
Hey.
Boy likes girl. They get into a relationship. School Days is one of those things spoiled by osmosis. You've never seen it, but you know what?
We'd best figure out a way to the king.
That's a good way to put it.
Elsewise, we'll be ascending and descending stairs until doomsday.
It's one of those things where even though you've never seen it, you understand it. That's the same thing with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or not just Bizarre, but JoJo as a series in general. I reckon there are a number of people who would know a lot of characters from that anime without having ever seen a single episode of that anime. You will never watch JoJo.
No entry, it would seem.
I sure wish I understood this language of theirs.
Or like me with the movie Frozen. A movie that I hate, but I've never seen it. I don't like it, and I've never seen it. And the only reason I don't like it is because
Let us go.
there was a period in my life where I could not escape any song from that movie.
Hey.
You're welcome. You're having these. So you know. Anyone ever watch Sanity Not Included? I think you can literally just walk away when she falls like this. It's funny. The face of the girl selling the tickets.
Oh, look. This one lacks the power of speech. Perhaps she can communicate through gesture. Let me see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Fira. Are you in trouble?
No, we just need to ask your leaders.
This is
about
the best character in the game.
But I can't do that unless I can understand them.
I can guide you? Oh, she will act as our guide. How fortuitous. But first, I must explain this town.
I'm not here for a tour.
No, there are rules to follow. Follow me.
Quick, somebody who knows sign language, fact checker sign language. All right, let's learn about facade. An item shop. All shops and houses in the city must abide by the following rule. Rule number 106. Not live on level ground.
Rule 106.
Oh, I have so many rules.
Is Rule 106 the reason for your labyrinthine system of staircases?
I called her tiny pyramid head.
Well, I suppose eccentric people deserve an eccentric town.
Okay, alright, I was very confused. I'm like, wait. Nut dude? He sounds like he's got problems. The sand skiff dock. A big number. You must view the town by ship before purchasing any items.
Oh, come now. What could possibly be the point of such an absurd rule?
Yeah, you get a free pass for your typos. Mine are inexcusable.
Your people are still making rules?
And I feel really bad looking at half my old videos if there are any subtitles in it, because there's almost guaranteed to be at least 4 typos in them.
Oh, the idiocy. I could never live in this city.
Oh god. I can blame it on Google Translate. I'm trying to think what the dumbest typo I've ever made was. I feel like it was a really simple word, because I was like barely awake. Because all my older videos were rendered on a computer that could barely handle what I was doing on it. So rendering a video would take pretty much all night. And I'd be in a hurry because I didn't want to stay up too late, so I would just rush over any of the subtitles, especially the Mabinogi rap battles. When I finally started adding subtitles to those, I would really kind of rush them. Right? Early YouTube was rough. You must live at a level appropriate to your position.
Ah, so the aristocracy lives in the top levels, while the commoners...
Doodles don't sound half bad.
Seems like a rather unpleasant...
I feel like my channel's earliest videos will confuse people. So I'm pretty sure I used Phoenix Wright sprites in them. No reason. Because I was obsessed with like wanting an animated character to talk in my videos and do voiceovers, but I didn't have the talent or knew anybody who was talented enough to actually animate stuff. So I would just find sprites. And I had access to a bunch of these sprites from Phoenix Wright. I never even played Phoenix Wright.
The kid sure does look
And I would use these characters in the videos. The rest of the tour. Let's take in some lore. I think I skipped it. I never took the full. I just know it takes place in California, but it's basically Japan. It's Japan's rendition of California. I'll eventually play those games. I feel like I have to play those games. Which is funny because Japan is one of those places where if you go to court, you're basically guaranteed to be found guilty. And then you just dispute it later or something. That's how it goes. Same with Korea. Like, you committed a crime. Just say you did it. Just say you did it. We'll fix it later. Because if you say you didn't do it, you're going away for a long time. A strange thing store. Those are surfboard. Stop sign. A store that sells strange things.
Such as...
I don't know. The things are so strange, no one is sure what they do.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
It would seem we are impeding progress. It's interesting to think about. I don't. Before I settled on Mobby Nerd as my final, wasn't my final, but one of the channels I focused the most on. I really invested a lot of time into I believe That's Random one, but before that, there was a channel called Knights of the Awesome, dumbest name ever, and it was a collaboration between me and 4 other people that gradually just became me. I think one person that was a part of the collaboration never took part in anything other than commenting on one of the videos, but I referenced them in a big song about all of us. This is a store that sells raw materials. We use this material to make masks. Rule 12, do not neglect your mask. If you want to live here, you must have a mask on at all times. That's society now. You either get to be so right that there's no shred of doubt, or you either got to be so right, there's no shred of doubt, or you just gotta suck it up and hope the charges aren't too bad. Basically that. There's a channel I follow that's a lawyer in Japan that his entire job is to help foreigners who get in trouble. And his legal strategy is just to tell them, say you did it. Just say you did it. We'll lighten the blow as much as possible, but you gotta confess, even if you didn't do it. There's no way out of it. And there's even some really funny stories that are kind of creepy, actually, where the law should have got involved when it doesn't because of the way the law is. But there was a really funny story I heard from a friend about, you know how in Japanese apartments, right, there's that little area before you step onto the actual floor where you take your shoes off. I forget what that's called, but and houses have it too. And legally speaking, that area before you walk into the house, and this is inside your doorway, this is where you take your shoes off, is considered public property. And that's why, like, if people had their doors unlocked, if you have something delivered, the mailman can just open the door and drop the package off right there. Or if you get a pizza delivered, they'll just drop the pizza off right there. It won't go beyond that barrier. But there was a story about someone that had a stalker that abused that law.
I don't know how you survive in a place with so many inconvenient prescripts.
The first murder of a digital character was on MapleStory. What? Not so bad. Although I used to ask the same question and then someone told me, rules do not exist to bind you. They exist so that you know your freedoms. When I look at it like that, they don't bother me.
Whatever gets you through the day.
The only huge legal controversy I remember, I think it was Mabinogi. It was either Mabinogi or MapleStory. One of these MMOs where somebody, did they hack the game to steal some kind of really super rare dress? There was a lawsuit over a dress in a video game. I don't remember the full details around it, but I think it was Mabinogi. It's either Mabinogi or Maple Story. I'll check it out. Here we are. I think the last time I was playing this game on stream, the furthest I ever got was a boss fight with the wolves. We have no king now.
You have no king?
Our king was stricken with a foul black illness, and so passed away. His son, the prince, now rules this land.
The Black Scroll.
This is the prince's royal advisor. He would know far more about these things than I.
Thank you. All of this touring has been helpful for understanding your language. I believe I will be able to speak with this advisor myself.
We need to talk to the prince.
I'm afraid the prince is not taking outside visitors at present. I would appreciate it if you come back another day.
My patience for this kind of thing has long ago evaporated.
Alright, man.
It's not your fault, Vera. Let's go back to Kaine for now.
Back onto the raft and we go. Their society is the most complex, but if you think about it, you'd probably be the safest in theirs. I just realized she makes a really funny noise when she runs. Oh my gosh.
Slow down, I can barely hear the person who saved me. Surely you don't mean Kaine. Kaine helped you, this foul-mouthed hussy.
A foul-mouthed hussy.
Piss off, book. You guys done?
Did you hear the news? The prince is missing. What? Then we're in violation of Rule 83,348. What's going on? The prince is gone, and according to Rule 83,348, we have to start looking for him right away. No, you don't get it. The prince went missing in the Barren Temple. Oh yeah, the contradictory rules.
Looks like all those rules are getting in the way.
This is their way and their system of laws. As outsiders, we have no say in the matter. Come, we should be off.
Because Kaine has a heart. She wants to help. I'm going to save the prince. Have you forgotten about the rules? Screw the rules.
You could just ask an outsider to go save him. Then no one violates a rule. You know, an outsider, like me.
And oh, what luck. There just happens to be an outsider here who can't stop meddling in the affairs of others.
Impossible. We could never ask such a thing.
I'll do it. Vera told me about Rule 1024. You know that one, right? Rule 1024. You must honor the request of any outsider owed a debt.
I wonder what people think about you double jumping and diving in a loop instead of running around.
That's how it goes, right?
You seem to be canonically the only character that can do that, so that's a good question.
Why did I ever agree to travel with such a pack of do-gooders?
But then again, no one's questioning the floating talking book, so maybe they've just seen enough weird stuff that they don't care anymore.
Let's go.
At times like that, I have to ask myself, how would I react to seeing something like that? Which isn't an easy thing to answer if you think about it. How would you react if you found a book that spoke to you? And also floats. Let me show you the way. You'll need my guidance to get through the sandstorm. I'm switching weapons. This one sucks. Maybe they'll up her movement speed in the remake. I guess it's not her fault. She is running with a giant cone on her head. I'm sure that complicates things at least a little bit. Would I not do that? I probably would. Here is the sandstorm. I will guide you through the desert. Please stay close to me. I like how she can phase through Kaine but bumps into me. I still think in the remake they're just gonna there's a good chance they could just reuse the desert from the other game.
Beware the wolves!
Get out of here! Go on, get! That was kind of funny. Just a giant. It just runs into a giant fist. It gets punched out of the area.
This sand is just too much.
Ain't no friendly fire. Don't do that. That's not cool.
Beware the wolves!
They show up with the most unintimidating bark. It's actually kind of funny. Where'd it go? Alright, alright. You funny? I call that missed. It looked like it hit, but it absolutely missed. Is there a way to lock onto your opponent?
Stay close to the girl now.
These people should stop arguing about rules and follow Fira's lead.
She seems to possess almost boundless stores of energy.
So long as it doesn't ask me to kill my family or friends or something. Smells like pizza. Respect the bark. I want to know if you can suplex a train. That's all that matters. And does the train have an attack that's called dude, what was it called? Evil Toot. All right, man. Journey into worlds virtual and reality. There's a part of me that wants to join you, and a part of me that feels like it is too humid to strap a VR headset to my face right now.
Where are the wolves?
Get back!
This girl must possess extreme patriotism. Look how she gives all.
Oh yeah, the train is a ghost. I've been in a rut video-wise. Not gonna lie. Aside from scripting, I was talking about this earlier too. Aside from scripting for that short movie, I have not been able. I've tried. There are a few scrapped videos where I was recording myself with my camera for the sketches, and I scrapped them. Funny. The Barren Temple is just ahead. This is as far as I can go. Okay. We'll take it from here. If she's never been in the temple, how does she have the map to the temple? That is a question that bothers me a little bit. The easy answer is she's been sneaking into the temple even though it's against the rules. I mean, yeah, you could learn some magic and stuff. I guess there's that pro. If a book started floating and talking to me, it's gonna freak me out, not because it's floating and talking, but because nothing is off the table at that point. Zombies would probably be real. I had a messed up dream that this is gonna get weird, but I had a messed up dream that our reality that we live in right now was just a timeline where all of our fiction is just real realities in another timeline. So every movie, video game, and book is a real timeline, a real story. And in our world, it's just all made up fiction. Wait, what did it say? Oh, I can't jump, can I? You go, Kaine. Look at you, being an action hero. You're going places. You just keep that up. That is a plot line in Spider-Man from the 90s. It is? As far-fetched as it may seem, right? What if? I'm a cheat. Tell me I can't jump. Okay, hold on. If I push it forward, I... Alright, well. No! That's not right. I've ruined it. I've got to go through there. And I got Thanos.
What now?
I guess we'll have to play by the rules.
Had that Sonic speed. Oh, I just have to use my brain. I'm dumb. What a simple solution. No, I did not finish Uncapped Sonic Adventure 2. I try to forget about Uncapped Sonic Adventure 2. It was a traumatic experience for me. Truly, a horrific experience. It was good. You know what? I'll tell you what. Maybe Thursday I'll try to finish the bad guys story mode of Uncapped Sonic Adventure. That was quite the adventure. That was an adventure. It was like playing a different game by different rules. I remember slowly losing my sanity trying to pass the very last level with the rails. No! Bogus. Bogus. Speed run, boys. Go. Oh! No. I'm reading the chat now. I thought I was pushing the Q, but I was not pushing the Q. That's crazy. Even looking back at the highlight video, right? I don't know how I passed that. I will say this. That was the most rewarding live stream to me. Like, I actually felt like I accomplished something by beating that. I wonder if I can just... Yeah. I mean, I got nothing to gain from doing it, but I'm gonna block it anyway. Out of spite. Oh, well, you know what? No, you know what? This wasn't a good idea. Wait. Hello, loophole. I understand what I did wrong. It all makes perfect sense. I was a fool not to... Well, you know what? Rules are for suckers. I win!
What's up with all that?
I wonder what this missing prince is like.
The man is tasked to protect his people, and yet they toil to save him.
I'll tell you what, it made every boss fight a joke.
Just a foolhardy band of rescuers, don't mind us.
Someone's here?
Nana, open this door. I'll do this trial and then it's time for Persona 3. Yes, the music was sped up. I think it was
Where
anyway.
did you come from, boy?
Huh? But you're just a kid.
Second best character.
Huh?
I don't know if the music was faster, or if everything else just felt faster. Something was definitely immediately off when I started that game. I feel like I've asked this question before. We're on the topic of weird alternate realities and stuff, right? If aliens were real, right? Like if they... Wow, I really just die immediately?
By all means, let us go save the
It kinda is getting me killed! Oh, I gotta move. I can't not move. Easiest. Your rules do not govern me. I don't know why, but this particular area made me think of Crash Bandicoot. I think it was the blocks. And I think it was the blocks in the sand. The following actions are prohibited in this room. Racing wolf, magic spewing bat. I cannot spew magic or run.
God damn it! This shit's starting to piss me off!
Kaine!
What in the... Are you fucking kidding me? Let me go! Let me... Ugh, I am gonna kill you when
I assume we'll have to find her as well.
Yep.
Oh. I must walk, not run. Can I jump? I can jump. Dang. All right. Manner of timing. Very uncomfortable timing. Nope. Yeah, whenever I say something's easy, it's probably not gonna be easy for me. That's. Oh, I'm dead. I didn't know every time I got Thanos bite, I was losing HP. Not a big surprise. Okay, I respawn right out this door. What does it matter? What does it matter? You get to see Kaine get abducted by a cube again. I didn't mean to run. Thumbstick's too sensitive. That was. You get that reference. I wonder if I can cheat this. And the game's like, nah, bro. Oh, I messed up. So close. It hurts. No, I didn't mean to run. Okay, alright. Alright. Okay. Wait a minute, I can jump, right? Jumping is not against the rules. You've established that. Oh. Well played, game. Well played. But I am just as persistent as you. I ran. I think this is my ticket out of here. If I stop running like an idiot and walk. Don't mind me. It keeps making me run. I hate it so much. Alright, let's just play it right. Play the game the way it was meant to be played. No exploitation here. I was walking that. Wait for my opening. Oh boy. I am right on the edge of death. Just a little bit further and I am free. Oh, come on. I got comboed. It did damage. I have seen people just walk right straight through this. I don't know how. As long as I stop in between them, I guess I'm okay. Don't! I have to lightly press the thumbstick. There is no run button. And on my old DualShock 3, the button is a little sensitive. A little stiff, actually. Not sensitive, really stiff. That's what I'm looking for here. There's no in between. I'm either going full sprint or I'm walking very, very slow. Now that I think about it, maybe you did cheat the boar quest and later you will find Ultra Instinct boar had enough time to train. I don't know how that boar died. That's the biggest mystery of this stream. I ran away from that fight. I let the boar live. He met his own unfortunate end. I had no part in that. Okay. Alright. That's it. It's over. No way I'm messing this up. I'm pretty sure I broke them when playing Lost Saga like 6 or 7 years ago. Oh man. I remember my brother giving me these bootleg controllers from the dollar store for the Xbox, the original one. And I tried to explain to him, like, these controllers are terrible. And he's like, they're cheap. It's like $20 for a controller. What's so bad about it? He plays a lot of racing games. And he'd break the thumbsticks on them. Easily. One game session. You could put the DualShock 3s through hell. Alright, protected turtle. I can't defend? When did I block? Wait, can I use magic? I'm cheating this room. Grant me the power of dark gluttony. I have dark phantasm too? Never really used that much. Watch this. Easiest room ever. That money in the remake, they make it so you can't use magic in that one. Because if you have dark gluttony, which you will, there's literally no reason, narratively speaking, that you shouldn't have acquired the skill dark gluttony by now. You will breeze this room. And now I'm playing it. You know, I like bullet hell games, but I've never beaten a single one of them. Bullet hell games don't like me. I respect you for that. Beating any Toho game, for that matter. I think this is one of the rooms that I absolutely despise. Magic spewing bat. Wait! Oh no, I can't use dark gluttony, that's magic. This room's easy, just stick to the side. Everything will be alright. Oh, okay. This room is gonna be really easy. Just stick to the side, and everything's gonna be alright. Then you jump up on this. You did. I have a few bullet hells on this PS3. I have the Gundamonium games. Both of those. And that's all I got. But that's how I got into bullet hell. I downloaded the games because I was a massive weeb and I saw anime characters as the icon. I didn't look at the gameplay, so I did not know what I bought. And it was a game that was horribly unforgivable. Unforgiving, I should say. I don't know. I'll have to look at it and see what they're called. But I think they're just called Gundamonium. Following actions are prohibited in this room. Blade wielding.
This madcap barrage of rules shows no signs of slowing.
Stop talking, guys. We're gonna mess this up again.
The masked people certainly do enjoy their rules.
What a pain.
Oh, I gotta figure out which one's the real one. I remember which one's the real square. Because it's on top of one of these. I think it's this one. I'll use Dark Gluttony to absorb the magic. It doesn't work that way. It's gonna take a minute. This relaxing temple music. Alright, hold on. No, it was slashing the spells, slashing them. Let's get. Won't do me any good. I'm better off just using Dark Blood on everything. One of these is the real deal. And I'm gonna keep blasting my way through here. Is it this one that's protected by these things? I think it's this one. That one. Maybe it's completely random which one it is. Oh, I can shoot the bullets. I would not be surprised if it's completely random which cube it is. Maybe it's all the cubes. Noodle Squad. Welcome back. I have to ask a question though. This goes back to an argument. I wouldn't say argument, more like a revelation, I guess. I have my brother. Do you think it is okay to put salt and pepper on your ramen noodles? I can't even save. Never tried it, but it sounds alright. My brother put salt and pepper on his noodles, and it was the most bizarre thing to me. I've never seen. In the room still. It just feels morally wrong to me, especially considering how much sodium is in noodles from the get-go. It's the salt. I guess the pepper, it's whatever, but. Ever since I watched that video where people from Japan tried American noodles and they said that it wasn't salty enough, it made me come to the realization that we put a lot of if noodles, they're considered to be the saltiest thing you can buy, right? Like the sodium level is so high, they say it's actually the worst thing for you if you eat more than like a single bowl. I know, you know, everything's, but not today, Sand. Not today. I'm not trying to spooky about noodles. I mean, you can eat whatever you want. And I think that the people who talk about it do blow it out of proportion a little bit. But, it is true that there is an absurdly high amount of sodium in our noodles, and it must be double or triple that for Japanese noodles.